Reliance is entering into the battery manufacturing in India. Watch this video till the end to know how it impacts you as a mechanical engineer. I read in a news article that Reliance is in talks with an American company called Ambri for an exclusive collaboration to set up a large-scale battery manufacturing plant in India. Something on the lines of a Gigafactory, which is set up by Tesla. And no points for guessing where this factory is going to be. You thought it right. It's going to be in Gujarat, that too in Jamnagar. Now let's try to understand what this deal is going to be. Reliance New Energy, which is sort of a wholly owned subsidiary of Reliance Industries, along with many other strategic investors. One of them is Bill Gates, is investing $144 million in Ambri. Out of this, Reliance is investing about $50 million. This investment is going to make Ambri capable of commercializing its long duration energy storage business globally. Now, the fact that Reliance is investing in this company, it made me curious as to there must be something new or something different that this company is doing. Ambri is into making systems or energy storage systems, as they call it, for large projects. Their capability is to cater to projects ranging from 10 megawatt hour to 2 gigawatt hour. They don't use this traditional lithium-ion batteries as we know it. These batteries are made out of calcium and antimony electrode-based cell technology. Between the two, the company says that their technology is much more economical than lithium-ion based batteries. It can work in any climatic condition and it does not require any supplemental air conditioning for its operation. And it lasts for more than 20 years without minimal degradation. These Ambri systems are particularly used for high usage applications. Now, what this means is that these are mainly used as energy storage systems for renewable energy or in case of solar grid connected power. So as you can imagine, solar power is available only during the daytime. And currently it is a challenge to store this power for usage during non-daytime applications. So with installations like these, or solutions like these, the solar power manufacturers can store the energy during daytime in these batteries and which can be released during non-daytime applications or during peak time. Now, as per the press release, Ambri holds the patent for this calcium antimony based electrode based cell technology, and it says that it can store power for long durations, that is between 4 to 24 hours. Now, what this means is that it solves the problem of cost, longevity, and safety, which is currently associated with lithium-ion batteries, which make them incapable of using in grid applications. Now, here is my opinion when I after reading this news. So, first of all, Reliance, knowing its history, will not invest in any sector or any technology unless they feel that it is going to scale up. Hence, this huge investment. So, it is sort of, we can bet that with this battery manufacturing plant in India, although it is currently stated that it is for grid applications or for stationary applications or long duration energy storage, I'm sure behind the scenes or the R&D must be going on to adapt this technology for electric vehicles. And once this happens, it will sort of revolutionize the electric vehicle adoption especially in India. Because one, we will have locally produced batteries. Two, since they will be locally produced and since it will be by Reliance, we can expect the cost to be reasonable. Three, the fear or the reason why the adoption of electric vehicles is taking time right now in India may be because spares or what will happen if I have to change the battery, that issue or that question will be sort of solved with this new venture. Now, as a mechanical engineer, how to look at this news? So, if you are a student who is just fresh out of college and he or she is reading this news, you should look into companies or trying to get jobs in companies which are having a plan or are currently working in the e-mobility sector, manufacturing sector, or traditional car companies. Either they will have plans to adopt for this new technology, or if they don't, then I would certainly request or certainly suggest these new graduates to think before they get into these companies. What it means for people who are currently working in the mechanical or manufacturing sector. For these people, the opportunity is huge because this is a new technology or a new thing that is being developed and being implemented in India. Since you people have experience, some sort of experience in this sector, you will have an upper hand in getting these jobs. But these jobs are not going to be in thousands, or the model of car companies hiring a lot of people, and number of cars justify the number of people. That may not be the case, at least initially, because on one hand, e-vehicles, they require lesser parts, so the complexity is lesser. On the other hand, there is a lot of work going on in making the factories smart themselves. So one, the number of components or number of complex parts that go into a car are going down day by day. And two, the factories which make these parts, they are becoming smarter, or they are becoming man independent. So finding jobs in this sector is going to be tough, but people with experience definitely will have an upper hand. Second, people with experience who are currently working in the mechanical engineering sector should try to acquire skills which the renewable energy sector will require in the future. So one of those skills may be statistics. I'm sure that statistical analysis will play a major role in the coming future. Number crunching and data analysis is going to be another very lucrative or very important field to look into. Number three, design. Now, by design, I don't just mean making CAD drawings or making these 3D drawings, but really understanding as to why a component is made in a particular way and how to make that component. So, design in that aspect. How should people with businesses or who are especially into auto component manufacturing, they should look at this news. So earlier, when the whole e-vehicles and electric vehicles and e-mobility debate started, it was thought that at least in India, it is going to take a lot of time, or the adoption is going to be slower. But with this news, with Indian or especially Reliance coming into this sector, adoption rate is going to be much faster. We will see we'll see increased number of vehicles being produced, e-vehicles. We'll see the cost of these e-vehicles coming down every day. Hence, the adoption of these vehicles will be much faster. Although it is very difficult to put a date on when we will reach a certain scale, but certainly I think it will be in the next 2 decades. So earlier it was thought to be that we still have 50 years for this, but I think we can assume, or we can start planning for the next 20 years now. So people who are into auto component manufacturing, they should really get with their, brainstorm together and maybe come up with solutions to counterbalance this onslaught, because these businesses will be the first to get affected. So what they can do is maybe diversify or look to diversify in other sectors like aerospace or defense or like generators or commercial vehicles or things like that, because the machinery that they will or the machine tool that they may be currently owning, that they may be able to leverage the same tooling for these new diversified sectors. Another sector that you can consider is agriculture. Now, agricultural machinery manufacturing can be a lucrative sector in the coming days. How can cutting tool manufacturers look at or consider this news? Same as the auto component manufacturers, cutting tool manufacturers are also dependent on the automotive industry largely. Hence, you can expect that the business from auto components will come down slowly, progressively in the next 2 decades. Hence, they should start planning from today onwards as to how they are going to tackle this loss in revenue. Like the auto component manufacturers, the cutting tool manufacturers should also consider diversifying in other sectors. Now, how to do that? I'm not an expert, but certainly if the mindset right now is that e-mobility or the e-vehicles are not going to affect my business in the near future, then I would certainly request you to think again, because with news like this and new technological advances and new even government initiatives, the adoption, we can't really rely on the fact that the adoption is going to be much later. I think it is now time to have a very healthy debate in our country to really come together and form a strategy as to how the small businesses can adopt to this onslaught, which is going to come in the next, my opinion, is 2 decades. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope I provided some value through this video, especially to my fellow mechanical engineers. If you would like to know more about news like this, please mention in the comment below. I will research this news and I'll make a video like this. Thank you.